Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope you guys are good. So, a brother reached out to me on Facebook asking a question. I thought I'd read it out and let you know what I think. So, the brother says, Assalamu alaikum, brother. Wa alaikum assalam. I converted to Islam recently, mashallah. I come from a Christian background but left Christianity and embraced more of an atheistic and naturalistic worldview. I have made immense strides to deepen my faith. I would love to come onto your channel and ask some questions and have a discussion someday, inshallah. You're most welcome, brother. But for now, I'd like a quandary resolved. I recently watched your YouTube video with one brother where you guys discussed Dr. Phaser and other things. I've been reading his book on the 5 proofs too, by the way. Anyway, you and the brother were talking about sums and parts, and the brother brought up the atheistic rebuttal about numbers being a part of a series. How the numbers are finite and the series is not affected by them, and how that could apply to the universe and its parts. My rebuttal would be that in the mathematical example, it is more conceptual, whereas the universe is literally describing physical parts, space, and time. May I get your thoughts or may I get your thoughts? If you have or know of any writings that can assist me, I'd be grateful. May Allah bless you. I am truly grateful for your content. Okay, so the first thing is that this distinction that you're making between what you're calling a conceptual versus literal, this is also in the literature on the Kalam cosmological argument. It's called an actual infinite or a real infinite. I can't remember the term. I think it's an actual infinite. That's what they call it, right? So the Kalam argument stipulates that an actual infinite can't exist. So while nobody denies you can have a number series that conceptually goes from, whatever, negative infinity to positive infinity and all this kind of thing, you could never have an actual infinite of, existing things, meaning that being like one that you could count starting from zero. So I go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I get to infinity. They're saying you'll never get to infinity. Okay. Now, the point I was making in that other video with the brother that you're referring to was that we don't need to get into all that noise. Why? Because through something like Ibn Sina's contingency argument, you can grant them that an actual infinite is possible. Okay, you don't have to argue that such a thing is impossible. You can say, okay, even if it's impossible, is the set going to be finite is the set going to be dependent or independent? Okay, and so from there you're able to essentially get to the point you're trying to make anyway, which is that at the base of everything there has to be an independent being, and that's the case even if there were an actually infinite number of finite beings. Now, of dependent beings, right? Now, that being said, there is a massive literature on this topic, and a place you could start would be William Lane Craig's book, The Kalam Cosmological Argument, or the Blackwell Guide to Natural Theology, if I'm remembering the title correctly. The section on the Kalam Cosmological Argument, again, has a lot of discussion about this. Personally, for me, it's not a topic that particularly interested me because I saw that it was irrelevant to Ibn Sina's version of the argument, which in my view is much stronger than the Kalam cosmological argument anyway. So I just figured there's no reason to get into the details of whether an actual infinite is possible or not. Just grant that to them, to the atheist, and then prove your case anyway. I feel like that's much stronger. Okay, hope that answers your question, brother, and looking forward to you coming on YouTube, inshallah, one day, and we'll do a more detailed series. Assalamu alaikum.